Hey, what's up guys? Coach Jesse Minshew with Get Handles Basketball, and today I'm going to show you how to break ankles 2018 edition. Let's do it. In this video, I'm going to give you three main ways that NBA players are really starting to use right now to break ankles, and I'm going to give you two specific move examples for each different way that different NBA players have used. But real quick, before we jump into it, make sure you click that like button, click that subscribe button, and if there's anything else you want to do to improve your game, check out my channel. I probably got a video on it, but if I don't, leave me a comment down below and I'll try to get you a video ASAP. This first way to break ankles is perfect for not only breaking ankles, but also getting past your defender, getting more easy shots, all that kind of stuff, and you can get your defender jumping and making them look foolish. And it's something a lot of NBA players are doing more and more. Kyrie does this a lot, James Harden does a lot, Stephen Curry does it a lot. And basically, it's the shot fake hesitation. Now again, they're doing it in some new ways, which I'm going to get into detail in a second. But just to get over the mechanics and making sure you understand how to do it, all you're going to be doing with the shot fake hesitation while you continue your dribble is trying to float that dribble, okay? And then you want to bring your opposite hand close to the basketball so it looks like you're about to pick it up and shoot. Get your feet as close to shooting position as possible and get your eyes to the rim. All those details are important. So, offhand close to the basketball, feet close to shooting position, try to get a little bend in your knees and your hips back a little bit, and then get those eyes to the rim. Get all those pieces in place, and that's gonna make it a lot more effective. Now, from that, you can go into a couple of different things. You can go into a regular dribble, you can go into a crossover, right? A lot of different things you can do, but the setup is gonna remain the same. Now let's talk more specifics. One thing Stephen Curry's been getting guys nasty with, and I've seen Kyrie do this a couple times too, is they'll really do it coming from the move. They'll get a lot of movement, so that way, when they come from a movement and then stop, it exaggerates that more, right? Versus if you're stationary, it's not gonna be as noticeable that you've stopped your movement, right? Because you're already standing still and all you're doing is kind of bringing your feet in together. So what they'll do is they'll attack hard. A lot of times they'll do this right by the elbow coming from the three-point line, or they'll come from a retreat dribble and they'll go into it, or sometimes they'll even do it coming up the court, you know, after they just got possession of the basketball, and then they'll stop here and hit them with that shot fake hesitation. So a lot of different ways to go into it, but the basic idea that you want to keep in mind with this is to have some movement going, stop, and then go into that shot fake hesitation. And then from there, you want to read your defender, right? If they're too far to this side, use your regular dribble. If they're too far to this side, come this way. And what will happen a lot of times is you'll either get them jumping, or if they're far away, they'll start coming towards you really quick. And when you start to explode past them, game over for them. That's one of the best ways to break their ankles, is when you get them making quick direction changes. And especially if you get them jumping and then trying to land and make a direction change, a lot of times you'll get guys to fall. Now the second way to use this that Harden's been using a lot is a little bit different. We talked about before how you want to get movement and then stop, right, to make it a little more exaggerated. Well, Harden does his a little bit more stationary. And what I've noticed he'll do a lot is he'll hit his defender up with this between the legs cross, and he'll keep going back and forth between that. That's the Tim Hardaway UTEP two-step, right? Classic move right there. That one's great for breaking ankles. Well, he'll put in the mix with that these little shot fake hesitations, or coming back to this hand and going to the shot fake hesitation. So mixing up that timing and which hand he's doing the shot fake hesitations with. Okay, sometimes he'll do it when this hand has the ball, sometimes he'll do it when this hand has the ball, and he'll throw his defender's timing off, but also throw these little jab steps in there from time to time, this way and this way, to make the defender think, oh, is he gonna drive? Is he gonna go this way? Is he gonna go this way? Is he gonna shoot? And they really don't know what to do, right? So what happens then is they start jumping on this fake, they jump on this fake, they jump on the shot fake hesitations with different hands, right? They don't really know what he's gonna do because he's such a good shooter, but he's also really crafty and good at driving, and he's great with his footwork. So mixing in that different footwork just with this little combination of between the legs cross and throwing some shot fake hezzies in there is a great way to give yourself a different way of setting it up. Now the thing you want to pay attention with this is if you get that defender really moving far on one of these fakes, you want to react to that, right? If you get him moving back, then you want to move back, right? Create more separation. Now they have to try to cover more ground. Now you can explode past them, or you can just go right into that shot right away. Or if you get them jumping on this shot fake hezzy, make that quick direction change, so then when they're coming this way, you can move that way, right? Moving those opposite directions and taking advantage quickly to react to what they're doing is one of the big keys to helping you break more ankles. This next way to break ankles is really simple, but it's also a way for you to get a little more crafty too if you want to take things and make them a little more advanced. So whether you're beginner or advanced, this is going to give you something new to put into the mix, And again, this is something a lot of the NBA players are doing nowadays. I'm going to give you an example of a Russell Westbrook move that he's got guys with nasty, and also James Harden. When you're doing your moves, this out jab here, right? If my right foot's stepping, I would step out. You can get a lot of guys with that nasty. Now, a couple things you want to keep in mind with this if you want to break more ankles is you got to sell that jab hard and quick, right? It can't be a slow jab step. You're never going to get guys with that. One other thing is try to get close to your defender. If you try to do this stuff really far from your defender, it's probably not going to get them jumping as much. But if you get close, now they feel like they have to react more to those fakes. Third big tip I want to give you that can help you is if you can do it on the move, right? They have to react a little bit more. You got more momentum going. Again, momentum is huge. Then when you put in that jab step, they're going to react to it more because they know you've got momentum. So if you make a direction change, you're going to cover more ground on that. So they have to bite on it more. Versus if you're just standing still, they're not going to have to bite on it as much unless you're really close to them. Okay? So a couple things to keep in mind. Now let's talk about specific ways to do this. One thing Russell Westbrook will hit guys up with all the time, he'll be dribbling down the court and he'll just give this quick out jab with a regular dribble. Nothing fancy about it at all, but it's simple and it's deadly. He'll come up the court, he's athletic, he's quick. Even if you're not athletic and quick, if you got momentum going, you can get guys with this. Just making sure you're leaning into it a little bit with your hips and your chest, making sure that step is quick, eyes go that direction to make them think you're gonna go that way, and then come back to the other. Again, if you're close to your defender, that'll help too. A little craftier way that James Harden does it, and I've actually seen Westbrook do this a few times too, and Kyrie Irving, is crossing over and then stepping in that direction. So as the ball's coming across, stepping out, or just the second it touches his hand, then stepping out. You can kind of play around with the timing. But again, coming up the court is great for this, or you can do it if you're just more stationary, but make sure you're a little tighter your defender so they have to bite on those fakes a little more. Two simple ways to go about that, but again, it's basically just adding this little out jab in there. If you want to go even more next level with this, you can play around with a little bit more. James Harden will do stuff where he'll, have the same side foot, he'll jab out with that foot, or, throwing cross body jabs and then coming back, things like that. So if you want to go next level, you can play around with that a little bit more, but the one main way that I see a lot of guys doing it in the NBA to break ankles now is stepping out with the opposite foot in the opposite direction of the hand that has the basketball. Now this final way to break ankles you're going to love. You're going to be able to pick it up quick, put it in your game, and break more ankles. But if you really want to take your ability to break ankles next level fast, make sure you click that top link in the description down below. That's my free Defender Destroyer workout. That workout's already helped thousands of players. I'm sure it'll help you too. Just click that link, pop in your email. I send it to you instantly for free. Okay, the final way that NBA players are really breaking ankles that you can add into your game right now in 2018 is dead simple. The concept is simple. It's actually been around for a little while, but I'm going to give you two sick moves that you probably haven't seen before broken down on YouTube or anywhere else that can help you take it next level. So all you want to do with this is get some momentum going and make a sharp change of direction. Now the key to it is to get close to your defender. What that's going to do is if I get close to them here and I get past one of their feet, they have to take off and go flying and try to make a sharp, quick change of direction. Now that's a lot of times where they'll stumble, they'll get off balance, they'll trip up over their own feet, all that stuff, okay? Or they might even trip because they might bump into you or make contact with your body. So real quick, hit that like button for me if you like that tip, but that's key, getting close to your defender on these, okay? Now when I say a sharp change of direction, what I mean is either coming one way and then moving the opposite, or a 90-degree angle change. So if I'm moving this way, I would move this way afterwards, okay? That's what we're talking about. Now, let's talk about two of the specific moves you can do. The first one is one Kyrie, I don't know who he got with it, but he got him nasty. He actually had the guy rolling on the ground. So you know he got him good with this move. All he did was he came up to the defender, he got close, he was coming up the court on this, and it was about half court. And he hit him with the behind the back, took one more dribble and started to get past the defender, but he noticed he was getting tight to the defender, right? Like I said, he got close to him. There started to be a little bit of contact. The defender, I don't know if he bumped into him or what happened exactly, but he started tripping up. Kyrie was just coming from that regular dribble and he went into a spin move. Perfect move to use right when you're tight to your defender, okay? So he did this again, all on the fly, moving up the court. Behind the back, kind of coming forward like a rat behind the back. Hit him up with a regular dribble and then went into a spin move, got the guy tumbling on the ground. And the other way to do this is something Stephen Curry, he'll use a lot of different ways. I call it the escape behind the back. So it's like a behind the back, but he'll use it in a little bit different way. He's got Kevin Durant with this back when Durant was still on the Thunder. He's got a couple guys with it this season and made some dudes fall with it. And it's just great for creating separation and getting past defenders. You can do this with, again, the opposite direction change or the 90-degree angle change. The first way I'll show you is coming towards the defender, and he'll do this attacking hard, and he'll just push the ball out behind his back hard. He doesn't even worry about trying to really catch it with the opposite hand right away. He'll push it out behind him and then look for the basketball. So something I typically tell players not to do. The key with this though is you want to get in again tight and close to your defender. So again, there could be that contact, they have to react more, all that stuff happens when you get close. And then from there, when you're body to body with them, you don't want to do a crossover here because you'll put it right into your defender, right? So he'll just push the basketball behind his back where it's protected into a space where he knows it's safe, and then chase it down and either go into a shot, read what his next best option is, whatever the case may be. The other way he'll do this though, he'll set it up coming more angled towards the defender like he's trying to come past them to this side, right? So notice the setup's different. The first one you're coming more head on, the other one you're starting from one side and coming the other. And he'll come in tight to the defender, protect the basketball here, and then from there you can kind of play around with the angle. You can push it a little more sideways to try to hit a three, or a lot of times what he'll do is he'll get in tight here and he'll throw it out if there's space over here to get into the lane. Now again, you get tight to your defender like that, get that contact, good chance he breaks some ankles, all that cool stuff. But the key is that you're pushing it out far into a space where there's no other defenders, locate the ball as quick as you can, and then from there, take advantage of what your next best option is. If you found these tips and moves helpful, make sure you click that like button for me, click that subscribe button to catch the newest videos, and make sure you check out my channel to see the other videos I got for you. I also got 2 popping up on the screen that'll help you a ton as well. And if you haven't, click the top link in the description down below to get your free Defender Destroyer workout. Thanks for watching, stay tuned for more, and make moves today.